PGMs, yes, we really touch base on that, on those minerals, as we see some of the projects as we move forward. Yes. Yes, I think the belt, we have spoken about it. We are tapping in the platinum belt, which is in Limpopo. I think we have Anglo here, where we are collaborating with Anglo, Anglo Platinum, in some of the minerals, especially the iridium and also the platinum group, the platinum themselves, especially for the hydrogen production. So we have a very big partnerships, especially from Limpopo to Gauteng to KZN, what we call the platinum corridor, where all the businesses along the corridor will really benefit on that. So we are at a very advanced stage. We have got big partners here. We're not on Anglo. A number of partners have come forward in that. Of course, the Northwest Belt as well, we have where we produce with the, collaborating with the Vice Infrastructure, which is Northwest University, where we're doing some wonderful work on the green hydrogen production. So we use that to produce the, to develop a South African electrolyzer. As you know that the PGMs, they can assist in the production of an electrolyzer. So an electrolyzer, which is the PEM electrolyzer, there are a number of electrolyzers that people use, but in this country, because we want to beneficiate our own minerals, we insist in using the PEM electrolyzer, and some of our investment in this area, we have Sasol investing with us, so we're doing some great work with Sasol in that regard, to produce our own PEM electrolyzer, or to have our PEM electrolyzer being utilized even by Sasol in this stage. As I said, we only can do legally with the funding we have at a small scale, like 5 kilowatts electrolyzers moving forward. So this is just to say the benefits of the catalyst. This is where we, as you can see, we have the catalyst to beneficiate on that until we have the stack. We have, as I said, we have an IP on that one. Especially from Northwest University, they have an IP on the production of the electrolyzers themselves. So just to indicate on the hydrogen production, two types: the green hydrogen production, which we use a PEM electrolyzer in this case. We are at a very advanced stage here. As I said, we have got some electrolyzers scaling up. There are partners that are coming in here, especially international overseas coming in. Then we have got one at CSIR. That's not green hydrogen, but this is the type of hydrogen. Remember, it's about how it is produced and it's given the name, but at the end of the day, it's all green hydrogen that is being used in the, that's the turquoise hydrogen, where we partner with some municipalities. So I think this is another chance for the Limpopo province to produce, to partner with some of the municipalities to use their waste in order to get biogas. From biogas, we can get methane. From methane, then we can crack it to hydrogen. So where we are, we at a very small scale. As you can see, our plan is to have 4 kilograms of this green hydrogen per day, which is really something that needs more upscaling in this case. As I said, I'm not stealing any investors, but it would be nice to have people coming forward. So this is just to illustrate our targets that were put in here. As you can see, this slide just shows you that most of the PGMs will be utilized more here, or our minerals will be utilized more here. If you look at the first year, we need a number of electrolyzers, which is 1 gig, which I think we're really close to that to achieve it. In the following year, as the numbers increase to gigawatts, the more of the minerals are being used. So the more we are beneficiating our minerals in this case. And if you go down in terms of the transport sector, we're looking at 100 buses, 100 trucks. The trucks, these are the trucks that I spoke about around the Platinum Corridor. So if you move on, the number goes to 500 of trucks. And that really shows you that a number of this. And most importantly, a number of jobs will be created, 20,000 jobs. I think the Premier spoke about this province needed jobs. So this is something that we this program produce a number of jobs going forward in that. So these are some of the deployments from our legal funding that we have. As I said, it is very small scale, but we do get partners coming in. One of the famous ones that we did deploy at one military hospital during COVID. I'm sure maybe some of you are aware of that. So we deployed some field tents on which side is it? On the left-hand side, the top there. We deployed some field tents where we have an ICU tent, a radiation tent. I'm sure Premier, that's your area. I think by that time, maybe you're still MEC. So it's one area that we're really proud of. It could be the first in Africa, or if not in the world. So we even have another session on the transport, which is about to decarbonize the scooters that we partner with the post office. South African Post Office, in that regard, we did do exchange range on that one. There was an electric scooter. They used to go out and I think the scooter will die on the way. But with our extend range, with the hydrogen fuel cell, it can travel a big range from that area, and it really assists in that. So looking at some of the OEMs already approached us, especially on the scooters. We've got Checker 60 and all the other, as you all know, if you order some of the stuff, but some of the OEMs on that one, they've approached us to see if they can do an exchange range on that one. So it's quite a lot of what we do. Some of these we did deploy some forklifts, which is really good for the mining industry as well, which it can assist in the mining industry in that regard. This is just to say on the battery storage side that we're working there. You can see from Limpopo, we have got the University of Limpopo here. We're partnering them on the manganese mineral, where they are producing what we call a cathode material which is the lithium manganese oxide. We're partnering with MMC in this regard. Unfortunately, this facility is not here in Limpopo, but it's in Mpumalanga, in Nelspruit province, but it's owned by University of Limpopo. So we're doing quite well in that regard, because we also have partnerships from China and also from the. Just want to bring in Nexa here. Why Nexa? Nexa, they've got a very special technology that they use once Limpopo have developed that material, it needs to be fluorinated in order to be sustainable. We all know that from the battery, the electrolyte is the one that really corrodes the cathode. So in this way, we've got Nexa, we've got the fluorination technology. Once it's being fluorinated, it becomes chemically inert. And all other facilities we have at UWC, maybe I'll touch that as we go. So this is the consortium members that are there. As you can see, University of Limpopo here is in the forefront. So we really make sure that we control this flow of the consortium, to say from University of Limpopo, Nexa, UWC for fuel cell assembly. There was some technology around that, fuel cell assembly and testing. Then we go for validation at Nelson Mandela University. They are the only ones who have that facility to validate. It's internationally accredited as well, so it's really important for us to have that. Of course, we do have also the recycling of that. I think DFFE, we spoke about it, so there's quite really happening on that. I think Minteg was one of the people who's going to take it forward. But however, so there's some work that has been done on the lithium. This is from the University of Limpopo, as I mentioned. It's a big laboratory, very nicely done with all the technologies. What I like about this, as I said, is it's collaborating closer to the MMC. If some of you have been there, that collaboration really assists the industry, and that we do R&D for the MMC to produce their own battery material, manganese sulfate, which is really doing well as well. So this is at UWC, as you can see, those things that I spoke about. They do some of the battery, putting them together for other applications. Could be say the bikes or three thrillers, which really had now attracted a number of security companies who are inside or even university themselves. You can use that for patrol instead of the security guy working in there. And so this is something that they use there, but it's moving. But let me just, come on. Yeah, so this is NMU where they do the validation as a battery cutting cell. This UPS that they use, I see you've got a few minutes. This is for the charging that we are collaborating with ESCOM to recharge the batteries for the microgrids. This is one technology that assists the hard-to-abate industries. You all know your hard-to-abate, one of them could be the steel industry, the cement industry. This is also to answer to these carbon border adjustment mechanisms. I think we all know about this. So some of these companies, they sell. So it traps the CO2 or the flue gas and produce some commodities, which in this case could be ammonium salt. From the ammonium salt, you can produce a fertilizer. So could be another spin-off company. This is also part of the corridor. At the moment, this is where we demonstrated at PPC in Tabazimbi. Someone spoke about Tabazimbi here. So we did well. We trapped about 90% of CO2. PPC's, I think, cement industry rich in CO2. So from there, we went to Kelvin Power Station just to prove our demonstration. At the moment, the technology has been absorbed by ESCOM on the crude flare provinces. So the number of players here, I can see my time is up, but as you can see, this cake, the number of we've got the Germans with the green ammonia production. They use our green hydrogen to produce green ammonia. We've got from UCT, we use the CO2 and the green ammonia to produce what we call zero sulfur ppm diesel, which is really good. We've already produced 300 mil of it. We need to scale that one. So we've got Omnia here just to invest. So there's a number of spin-off out of this where a number of jobs could be created as well. This is just to show the demonstration, I think, with some supporting departments. How many minutes left? No minutes. Yes, so these are some potential areas of, as I said, I want to steal some of the investors, but we can move forward as we go. Yeah, so if you can see that track, that's our combination with the Anglo Platinum. The Toyota Mirai is a collaboration with Toyota, who they advise us that at the moment we can look at developing the heavy-duty vehicles for the hydrogen fuel cells instead of looking at the passenger cars. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. Premier, you saw me standing there? It's because he had the big University of Limpopo on the screen. Now he says UCT. I said, now your time is up. You should have put University of Limpopo at the end. I would have given you extra time. But thank you very much. I think the potential is beyond question. Let's move on to the next, to the panel, green energy. And we have the facilitator here from Africa Green Co, commercial market, Ms. Precious Mpepele. She's going to handle the energy transition, which is the integration of energy transition sources in South Africa's energy mix. The time is 12:30. If you see me stand, please. Stand down, please. 35 minutes.
Good afternoon. I will introduce my panelists as they walk to the stage. I've got the principal watching the time. I've got 3 panelists. One is still getting wired outside, who was just a speaker at the moment, so we will not reintroduce him. On my far left is Mr. Hlatse Nkune, who is the Principal Energy Finance from Nedbank. And closer to me is Mr. Mike Teke, who is the Chief Executive Officer from Siriti Resources. So I've got an investor, a lender, a funder, the banker. Nedbank is in the room. We've got Mike Deke, who is one of the energy raw resource owner in the major black-owned mining resource in the company, mining company in the country, sorry. Thank you, you are wired now. And we've got Mr. Mbangiseni, who just delivered an excellent presentation on green opportunities.